name is Abdul Rahman. I'm a lecturer at a public university in Kenya. I deliver lectures in computing and informatics. In our last lesson, we discussed about Java escape sequences, and we found out that there were so many of them. We discussed about how you present up a tab, a carriage return, a new line, feed form. We also discussed about a single quote, a double quote, and basically if you want to put up what you call up a backslash. Today we are starting up a new program, a new session, and that particular session we are going to ask ourselves what are actually the access modifier, and in that particular journey we are going to ask about the definition, the type of modifiers, and the implementation of the same. So let us start onto that particular program and see what happens. So what is actually access modifier or modifier per se? So access modifier, actually they are nothing but they are what you call keywords, and these particular keywords actually they are specifying the accessibility or the scope. So they actually specify the accessibility or the scope of data members. So they are data members, and what you call about the methods, the class or the constructor. So the class or the constructor. So basically there are actually two types of access modifier, and these are what of modifiers. We have number one, which is the access modifier themselves, and number two, the non-access modifier. The non-access modifier. And when we are talking about the non-access modifier, basically we are talking about, these are also keywords which actually restrict the accessibility, and they include keywords such as static, native, final, abstract, among others. So that one actually takes us to the type of modifiers or access modifiers. So the type of access modifier, basically they are divided into four. So the types of access modifiers, they are divided actually into four. The first type basically is what we call the private. The keyword called private. The second one is the keyword which is called default, and the third one is a keyword which is called protected, and the fourth one is a keyword which is called public. So basically these are the four of them. So let us see what they mean, each one of them. So when we use the word public, it means the scope or the accessibility, it is actually within a class. So the scope or the accessibility, it is actually within only a class. And when we talked about the default, actually the accessibility or the scope, actually it is actually within a package. So this is within a package, and that one it is within a scope. And when we are talking about protected, the keyword protected, basically we are talking about accessibility, it is within and outside a package. It is within and outside a package, but must be actually through inheritance. So it has to be through inheritance. And the last one, it is public, and this particular one, as its name suggests, actually the scope, it is global. So this one has got a global scope, or it can be accessed everywhere within a particular program. So with that particular note, we are moving on to implement some of these keywords of access modifiers. So in that particular implementation, basically we are going to construct two files, and this particular file will be the hello.java, and also we'll have what we call Java tutorial.java. So this particular two files, they are going to demonstrate how accessibility it can be done. So we go back now to Eclipse IDE, and to the Eclipse IDE, already here we have got two files. We have got this particular file which is called hello world, and then we have got this particular file which says actually Java tutorial. So in this particular file, whereby we have got hello world, actually we are writing up a very simple program here, hello message, and we want to run this particular message and see what happens. So when we run this particular program, actually it gives us a very simple message, hello world. So this particular message, hello world, so we had created a function here called message, and then we had called this particular function inside our main method, and this is the method of calling it. Now let's go back here and try if we can actually access this particular one using different access methods. So here we have seen actually we have put up our file to become a public, and that is how we can access it, because it is public, so it is accessible everywhere. So here actually we are extending this particular file called hello using up the word extends, and this actually implements what we call inheritance. So from here, let us see how we can access that particular method on the other side. So onto that, here I'll create up an object, and that particular object, so I'll have here my object. So the syntax is very simple. You have to have a data type of the class, so it is tutorial, and then maybe I can have s equals to new, and then here I can say Java tutorial. So this is Java, not Java. So you can have Java tutorial, and basically I just close onto that. So that is the syntax to create up an object, and the spelling is wrong. So Java tutorial, so that is very much okay. So I've created an object called S. So this particular object S, I want to access with that particular one this particular method which is called message. So I can say s dot method, so it has actually automatically come here, and I can access that particular method called that particular one. So now if I run this particular program, I'm going to come the same message from the other side. However, if I change this particular here, I put up let's say I change it up and I put up protected. We have seen actually protected, it can be given by this particular one. So let's go back and see onto that one runs. On the other side, I want also to run it. When I run it, has got no problem, because we are told when you put up protected, what happens? It can be accessed within and outside a package. So, and from there, let's put up the word private and see what happens. So if you put up the word private here, the access modifier private, let's see, we put up private. So we put up private, it runs on this side, but it gives me an error. Why? The other ones cannot actually move onto that. So when I come here, it actually gives me an error. It cannot be actually accessed on this particular area. The method from hello, it's not visible. It is not actually visible. But however, if I am going back again here and put up the word public, I put up the word public, actually the errors goes away, and I come on this particular side, and if I run this particular program, actually it doesn't give me any problem. So basically this is how we have demonstrated, and we have used the word private, public, and protected on a different manner, and see how the accessibility it is done. And that one actually comes to the end of this particular session, until into our next session, whereby we are going to talk about Java conditional statements. For now, I say bye.